Today I fucked up by costing my parents $2,000 with the flip of a switch. Edit. Thanks everyone for kindness in the comments. It makes me feel a bit better about the situation on my end. I definitely made a mistake by not warning anyone, but at least I don't feel completely at fault anymore. Edit 2. Fortunately, he was able to get some of the document back. Apparently his program did autosave, but he didn't know that when he yelled down at me. Read this if you feel like you fucked up today, cause you probably didn't fuck up more than me. This happened a few moments ago. I was running the vacuum in my room and my power went out. No big deal, I'll just go to the circuit and flip it back on. Lo and behold, the circuit breaker is old, and since then the rooms have been switched around, so it's not labeled properly. I know, however, the one side is the downstairs rooms and the other is the upstairs rooms, or so I thought. I'm downstairs, so I flip a few on the one side. My room doesn't come on. I flip a few more. My room surges to life. In hindsight, I should have warned people that I was going to do this. My father, whom I forgot is working from home and is a lawyer, yells down the stairs at me in anger that he just lost $2,000 of work because he was working on a document for 5 hours, unsaved, which is now lost because I flipped the wrong switch. Obviously upset, I go upstairs to try and help him with document recovery. I say that nowadays a lot of programs have it built in. Unfortunately he hasn't updated his computer since the early 2010s and he uses a very old program. The document cannot be recovered. Kind of just want to hide forever. We were going to have a family dinner to celebrate the end of my college semester, but now I think I'll stay in my room and stuff. Too long didn't read. I flipped a switch on a circuit breaker which turned off my dad's computer. He was working on a document he hadn't saved in 5 hours, which is now lost. It was about $2,000 worth of work. Let me get this straight, your dad, a supposedly intelligent lawyer with enough expertise to charge thousands of dollars for a document, has never updated his computer, or the software he relies on, or the circuit breaker that keeps the house from burning down, and hadn't saved even once in 5 hours just in case he accidentally exits the application, or it crashes, and this is somehow all your fault. In all fairness though, you should know how circuit breakers work lol. You don't have to turn off the ones that are on, you find the switch that isn't fully pressed to the center and press it to the center. My dad finds a way to make anything somebody else's fault. It's easy for me to believe him. Only recently have I tried to deprogram myself from his gaslighting. I was looking for the one that wasn't fully pressed down, but they all appeared to be fully pressed down. I'm not sure why that was the case. I tried to make sure by pressing on all of them, but it didn't seem to really fix anything until I flipped the right one. If your dad was working on a doc for 5 hours, he should have been saving sporadically. I have zero sympathy. That's your dad's today I fucked up. People have been using computers for work how long now? You're not smart enough to save, that's on you. Don't blame others for your stupidity. Sounds like your dad fucked up for not having a UPS and not enabling autosave. Lawyer here, I can lose any document I'm working on, and if I get back to work to reconstruct it immediately, I can redo the work in less than half the time, and it is usually better than the first time I did it. So, while I would be pissed at myself as well, it is really a net loss of about 2 hours of time. Thank you. That makes me feel a bit better. Today I fucked up by using 2 different toilet bowl cleaners at the same time and almost killing myself. I was cleaning my toilet and used one cleaner first that wasn't working well, so I switched to another bottle which I was more familiar with. As I began to scrub, I felt a burning sensation in my nose and throat which I found odd, but I continued. After more burning I began to feel lightheaded, extreme headache and breathing difficulty. I ran upstairs to lay down and look up what happened. Turned out the first product was a bleach base and the second was hydrochloride acid. I created chlorine gas. I ended up in the hospital as I couldn't stand up due to the chest pain. The docs checked all vitals, heart test, blood, x-ray, etc. And found that I have lung damage from breathing it in and it's untreatable. If I had been exposed to it any longer, more fluid could have built up in my lungs and the effects can be fatal. My entire basement reeked of chlorine for 2 days. I advised my spouse I was taking a break from cleaning for a bit. She didn't buy it. PSA, do not mix any cleaning products, especially bleach. Even white vinegar and bleach can create chlorine gas. TL, doctor, used toot oil at bowl cleaners at the same time, created chlorine gas, could have died. Edit, as others have advised, KN95/N95s don't protect against gases. You will not be protected in this scenario. My mom did this once. That was the first and only time I have seen my mother in genuinely vulnerable state, and she has many chronic conditions. Tons of people die and get sick mixing ammonia and bleach, which will create chlorine gas and kill you fast in an enclosed area like a bathroom. I have formulated several cleaning products over the years and tons of research and testing goes into them before they are placed on the market. You are better off as a consumer to handle the cleaning end and leave the juice to the experts. And N95 mask will not protect you from hazardous gases, only particulates. You would need a full-on clean air supply to protect you from chlorine gas. Yup, N95s block out particulate matter, not gases. That's why you still get oxygen in your mask. Won't do a thing to stop chlorine gas. Oof, I did this once to a lesser degree and realized when I started to get dizzy a few minutes later. I didn't realize someone else had purchased a different toilet cleaner with a different chemical than usual and ended up mixing an acid and bleach base. It took hours with all the windows open in a fairly large space before it was safe to return. Glad you're okay, op. To echo op's point, always double check what chemicals are in the cleaners you're using, even if you think you've used them before. Also, never mix bleach and ammonia. You will create mustard gas, which can cause third-degree burns very quickly just being exposed to it, and if enough is created the effects are usually fatal. Edit, it makes chloramine gas, not mustard gas, but it has the same effects. Today I fucked up by getting a COVID vaccine and getting fired for it. So, my manager likes changing people's schedules without telling anyone, then writing them up for not showing up on days they were originally scheduled to be off. I had become aware of this practice and took copies of the ever-changing schedule. Well, the company sponsored a vaccination drive due to our facility getting over 100 cases. I had already received Moderna number 1 and was scheduled to get Moderna number 2, but, as usual, my schedule changed. I informed my boss of this and he told me to either get the shot and not come back or cancel my appointment. I got the shot early in the day, became ill at work, and was subsequently fired. While other employees were getting paid to take their vaccinations. I have a meeting with HR about this, but I don't really care either way it goes. The bright side is that I have a welding test on Friday for a union company 10 minutes from my house. Too long didn't read, got told I couldn't get my second vaccination due to unexpected schedule changes, and then was fired the same day other employees were being paid to get their vaccinations. Your boss is a dick, but you probably knew that already. Yes, I did. I broke my arm and had to take time off, and as soon as I was cleared to go back to work he had me doing 100 pounds dye changes. Generally 8 dyes. Still look into it. There's a difference between RTW and blatant wrongful termination. Imho, you're better off without such a company. The union job probably will pay better and professional welders make bank anyway, so forget that company. I hope everything goes well with your test and you get to laugh all the way to the bank. Still no reason not to sue them, take the better job for sure, but still make them responsible for their actions. You should speak with an attorney about this. You guys need unions, damn. Every time I think my third world shithole is bad I get hit by even more absurd shit happening in the imperialist core. The third world has a ton of perks and labor protections that USA doesn't have. In the Philippines companies have to pay 2x salary in December for Christmas.